Hi, it's Claire from Come Back Brighter. So I'm going to talk to you today about how the narcissist gets between you and your loved ones or your friends, whoever it is that you care about, okay? And they do this because they want to win, okay? They want to feel like they're the victor, that they've won over you, okay? And what they'll do is they'll get between you and the people that you care about, and they won't be overt about it, okay? So they won't like overtly kind of badmouth you behind your back to these people, because that would be too obvious, okay? And the people that you care about wouldn't like that. They'd feel uncomfortable, they'd defend you, hopefully, and it would be something that would fracture the relationship between the narcissist and them, okay? They wouldn't like that. So that may be the point at which people would walk away from them, okay? So they're much more subtle. So, there's nothing that a narcissist ever says that's like real or true, okay? Everything they say is with an agenda, okay? And that agenda is to cause pain and hurt and upset and drama and chaos to other people, okay? There's never a good agenda behind the way that they're behaving. And like I said, it won't be overt, so it could be the way that they say something. It could be what they leave unsaid, what they hint at, because all of those things are kind of deniable, but we pick up on body language and tone of voice and facial expressions more than we do on the actual words that people use. So it's not so important the words that they're using with people, it's the way that they're saying things. And their aim is to get between you and whoever you care about in a kind of like they want revenge, especially if you've started to distance yourself. Okay, they want to get back at you. And the way that they can win is if they can manipulate those closest to you very subtly into distancing themselves from you. And what they also want is they want you isolated. They want you on your own, because then you are so much more vulnerable to them. You're so much more likely to come back to them with your tail between your legs, begging them for forgiveness, okay? And then they have like this massive power over you, okay? And a narcissist is all about power and control, okay? So if they can like contrive the circumstances so that the people that are closest to you start to distance themselves, maybe they aren't speaking to you, or maybe they're just like a little bit wary of you now, then that makes you much more inclined to have to go back to the narcissist and for them to abuse you. It leaves you much more vulnerable to being like trapped with them, because the narcissist won't tell you they're doing this. This will all be done behind your back. So they will forge a connection independent of you with your loved ones. So they might friend them on Facebook. They might start calling them, and it may seem like it's harmless to start off with, but believe me, every single conversation that they're having with people that you care about, they will be planting the seeds of these the disruption, the chaos that's going to come in your relationships, okay? And they know exactly how to manipulate people, okay? They're so clever at it that they can wrap people around their little fingers. It's really easy for them because they hone in on what that person's looking for, okay? Just like they do for their relationships, just like they did with you. If it's not a relationship, if it's your parent, they know exactly what it is that you're looking for, okay? And they know within a very short time of meeting somebody exactly what that person's weaknesses are. And then what happens is they forge this kind of this intimacy where they seem to appear to share secrets with you, or confide in you, and this false intimacy develops, where you then start to think, wow, this is, and it's really quick. It's not natural. It's not normal to forge that kind of close connection in such a short amount of time. That's not healthy. It's usually forged over a period of time when you can see how people behave in different circumstances, and then you can work out, well, okay, they behave like this in this situation, I know I can trust them. But with the narcissist, it's like you come together, bam, there's like the intimacy is created, or false intimacy is created. You confide in them, and then they've already honed in on your weakness. They already know what it is. Then you confirm it with whatever it is that you tell them, whatever you confide in them. And that's what they do to everybody. So they will do the same thing with your loved ones. They will pretend to be exactly what it is that they're also looking for. Okay, and if this is like a romantic relationship, obviously with your loved ones it won't be a romantic thing, but they'll look for what people are looking for, and they'll pretend to be that friend with that thing that person needs. Okay, and their aim is to drive a wedge between you. Okay, their aim is to have everybody on their side. Now, the people that they won't like, your loved ones that they won't like, are the ones that they can't manipulate. The ones that they can't fool. The ones that see through their actions, okay, they won't like them. So in a way, if you're involved with a narcissist in any way, so if it's a narcissistic parent and they don't like your partner, then your partner is a good thing for you. That generally tends to mean that your partner has your best interests at heart and won't be manipulated by the narcissist. Okay, so and if the narcissist likes your partner or your friend or whoever it is, depending on if it's a partner or a parent, then beware, because they then have already sussed out this person's vulnerabilities, and they've already started to get their claws into them. They've already started to get their hooks into them. Okay, and as far as I'm concerned, there's only really one way to deal with a narcissist, and that is, if you can, is to get far away from them as you possibly can, so you're not involved in their drama and their chaos and whatever's going on. So the best people will be those that will be like, this person is a bit strange, I don't like them, and they're not, like I say, the narcissist will actively not like them. So so that's what they'll do. They'll get between you. Now, I'm going to share an example when it came to my someone that I know. Now, he had quite a few friends at school, and what happened is, progressively over time, he got with a new partner, and she didn't like him spending time with them. Okay, and that was the time when his brother attacked. Okay, and it really is an attack. These people who were this person's friend, his brother got in there. He used that kind of fracture in the friendship. Okay, he used that in order to win these people over to his side. Because with a narcissist, it is about sides. Okay, in a narcissistic family, when you've got narcissistic parents, it's like the scapegoat on their own, and the narcissist, and then everybody around the narcissist. Okay, and that's what happens with your partner too. What your partner, if you've got a narcissistic partner, what they want to do is to get everybody on their side. So not only you isolated on your own, you will have potentially family members who will be saying, why don't you sort this out with him? What's going on? And taking the narcissist side, and not even being aware of how manipulated and controlled they are in this situation. Okay, so the narcissist will take advantage of any little weakness in your relationship. Okay, so if there's like some unresolved issues in your relationship or your friendship, whatever it is, the narcissist will seek to exploit those. Okay, and in the case where I'm talking about this man, his brother got in between those friendships to such an extreme that all these friends went over and spent time with his brother, became his brother's friends, no longer his friends. So in this case, they exploited the fact that he was with a woman who wanted to isolate him, and he couldn't spend time with them, and then his brother got in the way, and his brother, this was deliberate, okay? This is like the narcissist has to have all the things, okay? And it could be like if you're talking about like in particular when it comes to like a narcissistic sibling, they have to have everything, okay? They're greedy, they're entitled, they're selfish, they have to have it all, and that might mean all of anything, all of the money, all of the parents' attention, all of the gifts, all of the possessions, all of the food, whatever it might. They have to have all of the thing, whatever it is, okay? And this applies to friendships and relationships too. So they will strive to increase what they have, their possessions, if you like, which also includes people. That's how they see it, possessions. Increase that and to be against you. They want it all. Okay. So they will get in the way. They will just drop little hints, okay, little things to undermine your friendship or your relationship with that person. Just little hints, okay, planting the seed over time. And then eventually what happens is they plant the seed right at the beginning, this little seed of doubt. They'll hint at something. They'll maybe hint that you've been talking about them, okay? Or that you might actually, this is the other thing, is you kind of give them the ammo to use against you. Is that you might say, oh, I've had a problem with I don't know, my daughter or whatever it is, and tell the narcissist a little bit of the detail around that, hoping that they'll support you, and they maybe appear to do that. But what's happening is they've got that stored away to use later for ammo, and they will report a different story to your daughter, to whoever it is, the person that's concerned. Okay, so they're triangulating, they're controlling the communication. They'll become the central one. Okay, they'll become the one through which you both communicate, and then they're controlling what you're hearing, and then they're controlling what the other person's hearing too, and then they can control how each person is feeling about the other, because they'll leave things out. So you might say something like, "Oh, I feel her. I find her quite difficult, or challenging, or something like that." But then you might go on to say, "But I love her, and she's really fun, and she's all the great things." And the narcissist will only tell the other person just the start of that. So they only give half the story, or they will lie, or they will twist things, or they will gaslight. And it's also they've got the power over your relationship, which gives them power over you and over the other person. Okay? And you can't fight this because the other person can't see it. Just the same as at the beginning of your relationship, okay? Or if it's a parent, if someone had come to you and said this person is a narcissist, or they're abusive, or they're not kind to you, or are you sure you want to be with someone who treats you like that, you would have carried on the relationship. And it's exactly the same with anybody that they're working on. So your best bet is from your side, is to take back the communication directly with this person. Don't address anything that the narcissist has said about you, okay? And to just be really calm and cool through it all, no matter what's happening, no matter what drama the narcissist is trying to create, just to remain calm and cool and collective through it all, and remain focused on your objective, which is for the person that you care about to feel that you care about them without the narcissist getting in the way. And pray that one day they will see the truth about the narcissist, and they will start to realize that they're being lied to, that things are being twisted, just as you've realized, because this will ramp up, right? The seed will have been planted at the beginning of your relationship, or if it's a narcissistic parent, when you were born, okay? The smear campaign starts at the beginning. And then what happens is, so they plant the seed of the smear campaign right at the beginning, if it's your narcissistic parent, as soon as you're born, or if it's a relationship, right at the beginning of the relationship, they plant that seed, and then they twist and they contrive circumstances, they lie and they rewrite reality, and that's them watering the circumstances to nourish and water that plant, that seed that they planted, so that it takes root, so that it grows and flourishes into this toxic plant that gets in the way of your relationship. And that's what they do. It's all deliberate, it's all planned, it's all on purpose. It's not, oh, oops, I didn't mean to say that. It's meant, it's their agenda, it's what they set out to do. And unfortunately, I'd love to say there's a really easy way to deal with this, that you just blow it out of the water and everything goes back to normal. Everything goes to what it was like before the narcissist. But this is why they're so damaging, because they come in and they blow up the whole of your life. So they do, they blow up the whole of your life. And sometimes the effects of what they do are never rectified, and things never go back to the way that they were before, because they do so much damage, and people are not aware of how they're being manipulated. So whatever the lies told about you, the narcissist will be using the circumstances. They'll use your own words, but they'll say the words differently, or they won't give the context, which completely changes what it is that you said. That you might have said something as a joke, you might have said something being sarcastic, but they'll take it and they'll use it as a statement against you. Or you'll say something and they'll miss the big bit off at the end. And they're so clever about it. So my advice, if you got tangled with a narcissist in this way, is you cannot trust them with anything. And what I invite you to do is to have a look and just see, well, what's happened here? Okay, these people are terrible, but without us being complicit in it, without us giving the information to use against us, they don't have so much power. So I invite you to use this as an opportunity, like a learning experience. Okay, what did I do wrong here? I don't know that I want to use the word wrong, but what would I do differently? Okay. And I would say, if there's a relationship with a narcissist, let it grow slowly. Because when you're seeing it grow slowly, the more experiences you have with this person, it could be a friendship, whatever it is, the more experiences you have with them, the more you'll see the truth about them. If they gossip about people, if they badmouth people behind their back, if there's always drama and chaos going on around them, these are all massive red flags. Because if they're gossiping and they're bad-mouthing people, they'll do that to you behind your back too. And if they're causing drama and chaos, and at the moment you're a little bit distant from them because the friendship or the relationship is just growing, but it's a little bit distant from you, you know that if you get involved with them, that's going to be your life too. So, and the number one big tip I've got is, do not get involved in their drama, because then you're sinking to their level and they will use that against you. Everything you do, they will use against you. So if you get down in the dirt with them, this is the way I see it now, is you've got a choice. You can either like rise above, be calm and cool and collected, and not get involved in their drama, whatever they're doing. You get down in the dirt with them, it's going to end badly for you. If you can remain calm and serene and just kind of, whilst you might be going through turmoil, whilst your heart might be breaking over these factors that they're causing in your relationships and friendships, just to at least to appear serene, but just to not let them pull you into it. And that might be from the other person. It might not be from the narcissist that's actually trying to pull you into it. It might be from the other person. You said this, you did that. In which case you have to remain calm. Because the narcissist has wound them up to this. The narcissist wants you to react. The narcissist will also exploit your weaknesses. They know exactly what triggers you. And they will use that. I've seen it, I've heard it before, where somebody has spoken to a narcissist, okay? and they will talk to the other person, okay? And they will use the exact words of the narcissist to this other person. So the narcissist is like the puppet master, and the words coming out of their mouth are the narcissist. It's not words that they would use. It's not anything you've ever heard them say before. And that's to get right to the target, get right to your weak point. Because what they want is they want you triggered. They want you reacting. They want you shouting. They want you causing drama. And then it makes you look unreasonable. So it's really, really hard. But if you've gone through this, there's nothing you can do about it now. You just have to ride this as calmly as you possibly can. Let the drama bounce off you. Just remain calm. Take the narcissist out of the communication between you and whoever it is. Take them out of the equation. Don't let them control the communication anymore. And just remain as calm as you possibly can. That's the only way. Now, it feels counterintuitive. It feels wrong. But it's not. It's just because this is what you're used to. The chances are, if you're in a narcissistic relationship, then you've got narcissistic parents. This is your normal. And we live in a world where it's, you know, someone fights me, someone argues with me, someone says bad things about me, I'm going to say bad things about them. That's the world that we live in. But that's not the way to act. You will not win. Because both of you have been manipulated and controlled by the narcissist. They're like the puppet master over the top of both of you. And they'll pull your strings, and then they'll pull the other person's strings. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. So the best thing that you can do is remain calm. And if you have to try to repair a fractured relationship, then just try to maintain communication. Keep the communications open directly with that person, and just message them. No getting involved in drama. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? No getting involved in drama. Just to continually show them that you're still there for them. You're still the same person as you were before. And hopefully with your behavior, you'll make them realize that they're being manipulated and controlled by the narcissist. But it's so hard. It's so hard. And in particular, when the narcissist comes between you and your kids, it's so hard. Because the narcissist is after causing the maximum amount of chaos and heartbreak and destruction. And they know that the connection that you have with your children is the greatest connection you have, the greatest emotional connection that you have. And therefore they will do all they can to get in the way of it. Because the greater emotional connection you have with the person, the greater the heartache for you, the greater the heartache for the other person too. And the narcissist thrives off that stuff. So I really hope this helps. If you need some help and guidance, I'm here for you. Please reach out to me. Either email me, Clare, CLARE, comebackbrighter@gmail.com, or drop a comment here. Okay, bye.